As a new trader, it is very easy to get confused with all of the different trading videos on YouTube. And the truth is, to become a profitable trader, you do not need a 4-hour trading course explaining to you what is price action. After 5 years of trading, I'm going to explain to you in this video some simple concepts that actually work and has made me profitable. And by the end of the video, you will have actionable steps that you can use to make profit. Always wait for the candlestick to close. Now, I talked about this in the past before, but I'm going to really explain to you in a very simple form. So, how does a candlestick form? That's a very good question, and you need to understand this in order to be profitable in trading. In the markets, whether you're trading crypto, stocks, forex, futures, indices, there's always candlestick, and this is how a candlestick looks like. So on the left, we have a bullish candlestick. On the right, we have a bearish candlestick, i.e. sellers. So this is sellers and this is buyers. Now, the actual candle, it tells you a lot of stuff if you pay attention to it. And I'm going to simplify it. So when the market opens, it opened around here. So this is the open of the price. Price moved down all the way to this point, giving us this low. When it moves down all the way to here, it means that there is a lot of sellers pushing price down in comparison to the buyers. Then the buyers push price back up, and we keep going up, up, up all the way to here, which is the high of this candle. Then the sellers came back in, pushed price all the way down, and this is where the market eventually closed. Okay? And just by looking at this, we managed to pick 4 key information: the high, the close, the open, and the low. If you look at this, in this example, you understand that obviously the buyers had the control. Now, looking at this bearish candlestick, we can see that the market opened in this example around here. So this was the open of the candle. We had the buyers pushing price up, creating this candle high, okay, the wick. And then the sellers push price back down all the way till here, giving us the low. And then the buyers pushed it back up all the way till here, giving us the close, i.e. the closure of the candle. So in this example, because of how red this candle is and this 4 key information that we just got from this candle, the high, the open, the close, and the low, we can tell that the sellers had the control in this specific case. Just by looking at this, we managed to figure out so much information, right? When it comes to trading, you have to always pay attention to these 4 key points that each candle gives you. Regardless if you're on the 4 hours, on the 1 hour, on the 5 minute, and any time frame that you are in, the candles will look like this, and it will always give you these 4 key information: the high, the open, the close, the low, or the high, the close, the open, the low. Okay? Now, this is how a candlestick is formed. What does this chart tell you? What does this chart tell you? We can see that this was some sort of key level. Price went down, and eventually the buyers came. Now we have the expectation, price to come down here, do a retest of that structural point to go up, right? This is how a lot of people would trade it. Now, the difference is that this is what you want to happen. What actually going to happen in the market, we don't know. Now, that's when this idea of candle closure comes into play. You have to wait for the candles to close to see what happens. Let's say, for instance, you put a buy limit here and stop loss somewhere here. Let's see what happens. So you can see price came down, it retested that zone. You put your buy here, stop loss just underneath that low, and you'll target a 1 to 2. Now, a 1 to 2, what is it? A 1 to 2, it means that the 1, whatever that is your risk. So if you're risking $100, that's your risk, and the 2 is your reward, a 1 to 2. So if your risk is $100, your reward is $200, 2 times your risk, okay? And now, again, in this example, you expected price to come, retest that zone, push further up, right? Well, I will tell you what happens. In this case, hit stop loss. Now, let me explain how you should do it. In this example, we can see that price came, retested that zone, went a bit down, came back and pushed further up. Okay? Now, this is good. Why? Because if I go back to the first thing, we waited for that candle closure. So as you can see, first the market was in the hands of the bears, so the sellers, price pushed down, and then we had a nice bullish candle that pushed up, that broke past so many other points. We use the candlestick to confirm whether should we get in a trade or not. Now, I'll go on the chart and I'll explain this step by step and it will make sense. So first thing is, I'm going to mark this area over here. This was the previous daily high of Thursday. As you can see, price came, tried to break above it, it failed. It came here, it tried to break above it, and it did for a bit, but again it failed. Then we had price come into this zone over here. It failed to have a proper breakdown to the upside, and then we pushed further up. Now, this is the 5 minute on GU. You would not look for buy opportunities in here because there hasn't been a proper breakout. You would not look for buy opportunities here because the breakout is not strong. And also, pay attention to time. Time is a very important aspect of trading. This is around 1:40 a.m. in the morning. This is London time, by the way. This is not when you should be trading a pair like this, because GBP/USD is a British pair. So it means it moves best during what session? London session. So what we can see, the price took that area out. It didn't give any confirmation for sales and then started pushing up. Now, the idea is that when price comes to this zone, because of this candlestick pattern, a lot of people would go long. Because they would be like, okay, we came, sellers tried to push the price down, then the buyers pushed it back up. We closed back above the area. You would go long, stop loss just like this, and you would target a 1 to 2, something like that. Great. And price start to push down, takes you out. Now you're out of the trade. What do? It came back, started to play around, went down even more. Then the next candle really pushed further up. Now, you wouldn't take a trade just because price came to a key area and it retested it. No, that's how you make a mistake. So the question is, how can we avoid this? I.e. this buy over here that failed. First thing is, let's go back. You would like to enter over here, stop loss just over here, like this, and you would go for a 1 to 2, right? Now, take a step back and ask yourself this question. If someone entered here, like a rookie trader, where would they put the stop loss? Just over here, right? Perfectly like this. Now, are we at an important zone? Well, we can see that the move started from here, and this was the high of the move. Now, this is when you apply something as simple as Fibonacci retracement. So from this low to this high. We are entering in the middle of nowhere. And to make it worse, we haven't even entered London session. This is where a lot of people would enter. So now, this is something I heard from a very great trader called David Paul. He said, enter where you think the masses going to put the stop loss. Now, a rookie trader would enter here. What I would do, I would wait. I want to see what price does once it comes and takes this level, which is the stop loss of this rookie trader here. And also, I want to see the price come back to this zone over here. Why? Because remember, although here, this is where we had the actual breakdown, it failed, you have to pay attention to the most recent price action. A lot of people, they look left far too back. You have to pay attention to the recent price action, okay? Now, recent price action is telling us that we came over here, We failed to close above it. We came over here. We came over here. 3 times we came to this zone and it failed. This over here is a resistance zone. I want the rookie trader to be in this trade, and I want to see what happens when price comes, takes them out. So, nothing. Rookie trader has been stopped out. Perfect. Let's remove that. Price has tapped into this area, which basically retest, and it tapped just over here, if you look, to the Fibonacci golden zone. Now, let's remove this, and we need to read price action. Let me zoom in. We can see that the market for this candle opened over here. Yeah. The buyers tried to push price up, but failed. So this was the wick high. Then we went all the way down here to create the wick low, the sellers. Then the buyers pushed price up and we closed over here. Now, once it came to this zone, it retested this structural point before that was acting as resistance, now as support. And also, we tapped into the golden zone of Fibonacci. So it's a key zone. We're not entering in the middle of nowhere. And look at the time. London session. London session moved price up all the way. But before we moved price up all the way, we tried to go down, but there was hardly any sellers. So we pushed price all the way to here, giving us this wick high. Then we closed back here. Now, pay attention to this. This candle was a monster. And by that I mean, look, it broke above this, this, this. And it wicked above that. 1, 2, 3, 4. It broke and closed, candle closure, above 4 previous candles. This is very important. The candles tell you a story, and in this case, the story is that the buyers are in control. Now, I would enter right over here. Stop loss, now I have more recent price action. I will put it at this low, and I will target a 1 to 2. Something like that, okay? Remember, I'm entering where the masses put their stop loss, like David Paul said, very important thing. Now, let's see. It came, sellers tried to push it down, no volume, and voila. London session really pushed price up and it hit our target. Now, this is how you're supposed to trade it. Let me give you one more example. So, again, we mark this zone over here, which was the daily high of Tuesday. And right now we are in Wednesday, okay? So, although the daily high is over here, this is basically a resistance zone. And the daily high needs to be here. So, we failed to break above this resistance zone once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. Now it's the fifth time now actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 5th time. Let's see what happens. Again, it kind of struggled. Now we broke above it finally. And again, pay attention to time. And it's in line with our trading window, which is London session. Now, where do you put your fib to? So you put it from here to here? No, because this move, it didn't start from here. It started from here. So you put it from here. Now pay attention to where price is going. Okay, so this was indeed the area. And the Fibonacci golden zone falls within the area that was previously acting as resistance. So now potentially it's support. And again, you need to play price. So what we can see, the price has started to form a structural point. So as David Paul said, you would enter where the masses would put the stop loss. So I'm going to wait to see what happens when price takes these people out and potentially tap into the Fibonacci golden zone. This is just early buyers. Are we in the London session? Yeah, we've entered London session. And all of this, nothing. So we had some bearish moves, so price is starting to go down. The bulls are still in control. Wow, look at that. Okay, so now we can see that all of these buyers that were early buyers, this wick took them out. So their stop loss has been hit. We've tapped into a previous zone, which was a resistance zone, now acting as support, and we tapped into the Fibonacci golden zone, and we are well within the London session. Now, let's pay attention to this candle using this information. So how does a candlestick form? Okay, this is a bearish example, so we're going to apply what we know from the right side. Okay, now we can see the price opened over here. We moved down, so all of this is sellers creating this low. Then the buyers push price really up all the way to the top, giving us this wick high. Then the sellers pushed it back up and we closed here. Okay, now if you just look at this, you can understand who has the power. In this case, it is very obvious. Buyers overpower sellers, right? So this is a buy market. Now I would enter here without any questions asked. Stop loss just underneath that wick in case it wants to come and play around, and I will target a 1 to 2. And all of this was possible because of a couple of things: candle closure, London session trading time, and the Fibonacci golden zone. And again, this white line was the previous daily high, so we are going with whatever the market is giving us. In this case, if it's breaking a previous high, there's a higher chance it's going to come back for a retest to continue going up. So this is a continuation trade. Everything's looking good, no questions asked. I would enter a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, and look, straight away started pushing up. Your target hit. Okay, very simple. So yeah guys, this actually does work, but you need to be super patient for the trades to form. You need to wait for candle closure, the key level, everything put together. It's pretty simple, but it needs patience, 100%. If you have no patience, you're going to struggle as a trader. So yeah, make sure you leave a like. If any other videos you want me to do, comment it down below in the comment section, your suggestions. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time.